Right, Harry, you signed for Cheltenham, and there's suddenly you're one of 16 new signings ahead of Saturday's first game of the season. So, you want to find out a bit more about your new teammates. So, what can you tell us about Dylan Phillips?
Right, Dills. Well, he had that mad half hour, didn't he? What team did we play? When it weren't even Dills, it was more like Spills. But to be fair to him, he's recovered from that, and the boys got on him a little bit. But again, his character's shone through a little bit, and he's done well, especially against Bristol Rovers. So yeah, I think he's quite a confident lad, and I'm sure he'll be good for us this season.
Yeah. Do you want to do the other goalkeepers first? So good, Callum Kitcher.
Callum, I think he sort of loves himself a bit. He loves all of his moisturisers and that after training, and he's the longest in the shower, and he's having himself quite a bit. And as for the other goalkeeper, well, he don't really speak, so I wouldn't really know. He's got a lovely smile, but I've tried bringing him out of his shell a little bit, but I don't think he really wants to know. He's just happy to be here, I think, and he's enjoying every minute of it. But I wouldn't really know because he don't say boo to a goose.
Hopefully he'll come back from his loan spell full of it, having played some games and get to speak to Reece. But so Jack Bartram.
He's like a little mini Stoz, isn't he? Got the most squeakiest voice. I'd know because obviously I play on his side as well. But no, I think he's a good player. He's a good character. Goes about his business every day. He's not too loud. He just comes in, gets on with his job. He's quite a good professional. So.
Okay, and the other side, George McLennan.
I'll just always remember his first training session. The gaffer said that he's bringing in a left back, and the gaffer praised him up massively. And I can remember thinking to myself, right, this left back's going to be the bee's knees. And he come in, he drove like 4.5 hours to a training session. And we were on 3G, and it was the worst half an hour, 45 minutes I've ever seen someone play. I felt so sorry for him, and I thought, nah, the gaffer ain't going to sign him. But to be fair, he's come back from that. He's another quiet one, really. He goes about his business. He's quite quiet. So, but no, he's got lovely left foot and stuff. So rapid as well. So I think he'll be good for us this season as well.
Yeah, Daniel Parslow.
Boys are voting him the ugliest in the team. He's got a massive ooter, really pointy one as well. And the worst thing with him as well is, with all of his experience, he's had a few nibbles over it as well, so the boys are just jumping on it all the time now. So, yeah, he's probably done himself over with that one.
I know you've been looking forward to this one. Captain Aaron Downs.
Yeah, he don't shut up, really. That lovely Australian voice of his. Him and Parsley, they're great people to have around the building, because he's a leader. And yeah, don't he know it? He's another one quite having himself. But I've got a little secret as well. I might as well share with the public, that he does use Just for Men now and again. He might not admit it, but he's admitted it to me that he's used it, especially for his wedding, I think it was. But for me, he don't really use it enough, because the sun reflects off his barnet, and sometimes I think my granddad's playing at centre half.
It looks like he's given up on it now anyway.
Yeah.
So moving into midfield, Harry, you've got Pell just sat in front of the back four. So what's he like? Yeah,
he's loud. He lives the most eventful life I think I've ever met. Someone he's got a story every day. The most recent one, he had a little car crash. It just seems that his life's just so hectic. But yeah, he's a loud personality, very loud. Sometimes he don't really shut up. But again, he's one of them that he's having himself, but I don't think he's much to look at. But yeah, great banter, great lad. Great to have in a changing room. Yeah.
Munsey.
I mean, there's having yourself and there's having yourself. He's come in this morning. He's had a fresh trim. Must be his first professional game on Saturday. But yeah, even me and Righty then, we said to him, look, mate, your hair's having one a bit, but he's like, no, I know it looks good. I know he's proper having himself. Yeah, he's like a little magician on the pitch. You never know really what he's gonna do. He can create something out of nothing. I don't really want him listening to this because his head will swell, but no, he's a good player, and I think he's got a bright season ahead of him.
Yeah, and Billy Waters.
He's another one. I think that he's very bright. He could be a great player. But I did catch him in the changing room using. He said it was moisturiser with a tint, but I swear it was foundation. And one day me, my missus and the baby are walking through town, and he's got a bag of goodies. It must be moisturiser, that foundation, and you know, he's got that glow on his face all the time. I noticed it at the start. I didn't really want to say something because I didn't really know what he was all about, but now I can't. But to be fair, character again, he's stuck with it. He's always got that glow on his face, and yeah, he's stuck with it, to be fair, so fair play.
Okay, James Rose just signed, so he's going to be competing for a place in midfield.
Yeah, got a lovely smile. I remember that when he come in, he's got a lovely smile, and I can remember just for banter shouting out there, great veneers, and he's just gone pure red, and I thought, hold on a minute, there's something to get at there. But yeah, he's another one. He's proper having himself, goes gym all the time on the beach weights, and comes in with his hair done every morning, lovely set of gnashers and that. But yeah, oh, that's another thing, he's got a mortgage for a car. He's really having a right go. He drives a Range Rover, and like I said, he's really pretty. So
We better move on to as he's
that
walking
clown.
past.
Can I just quickly say to everyone, he's promised 20 goals this season. So if he does, I'll be the first one to give him a cuddle at the end of the season. But if he don't, I'll be the first one on his back.
He's also started his own song now.
Yeah, he's promised everyone. To be fair, he's quite loud with it, so he's really confident about it. I just hope that he can back that up.
What's he like as a lad though, Amari?
Yeah, no, he's a good lad. Never makes tea. He's in this tea school, and there's about 6 or 7 of us, but he refuses to make. He won't ever make it. He's always. We've got a fines committee, and every Friday the boys will go into the changing room, and no matter how much you get fined, you get the opportunity to flip, double or quits. And if you forget to pay it on the Friday, then it doubles and stuff. And he's just the most easiest person to take money off for whatever do we're having or whatever event whatever we're going to do. So yeah, he's quite an easy one to get. But no, he's a top lad, another confident lad as well. So.
Yep. Strike partner, Steve.
Steve,
Danny
yeah,
Wright.
Steve.
Sorry.
I mean, he's telling everyone he's Barnett's natural, but his missus is a hairdresser, and I'm not. All the boys are not having that. That's natural. He's got that blonde thing, and he's trying to cover up the little bald patch that he's got at the back going on. But he ain't fooling no one really, is he? He's getting on a bit. He's the oldest in the team and that, but I think he's trying to hold on to the youngsters and still look a bit. Thinks he's got a bit about him and that, but yeah, he's another one. I hope that he can get a few goals this season, and I think he'll be quite key because he's quite a workhorse, you know. So he does put in a graft for the team.
Yeah, and then JJ Hooper's signing number 16. So what have you got to know him much yet?
Yeah, we play 2-touch, like a game. After every training session, just improves your touch and stuff. And if you mess up a few times and you get a flick, and I can remember there's 7 or 8 of us playing, and he's walked straight in on his first day, and he's just come for me, like for no reason. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna just keep going for him, and I'm gonna get him some flicks and that. But yeah, you can tell straight away that he's a confident lad. I've got some mutual friends with him as well, and they're all singing his praises and that. So hopefully he's another one that if we can get some good goals from him, and the gaffer goes on about we need so many goals and whatnot. So between the strikers and some of us midfielders, we need to get that.
Yeah, Pagey, obviously young lad coming through. He's got a pro deal.
Yeah, the worst car I've ever seen in my life. Harry's still going, or passes his MOT or rotor, I do not know. But I think he's what typifies the club really. He's come through. I think it was important for Cheltenham that some players come through, and he's come in, and he hasn't looked like a youngster at all. He's gone about his business on the training pitch really well. He's looked really bright. He does loads of jobs, and you can tell that he just loves to be here. He plays in every game that he possibly can play, and he's a very good professional, and one definitely to look out for in the future.
I think that's everyone, Harry. So what would you say about yourself?
Oh, just a nice, humble guy. Yeah. No, obviously I'm loud and stuff. But yeah, I think talking about the group as a whole, we do really want to crack on this season, have a successful season, more so than ever. And I think that we've got, on the whole, I think we've got some great characters. Like I said before, we've got a great mix and stuff. So everyone's really looking forward to Saturday. And yeah, let's just hope for a positive season.
Yeah, and is the bromance still going with Downsy, the early start?
Oh yeah, he's a great guy. He's an absolute great guy, yes. And still going strong as ever. That's another thing also, let me just add quickly with Wrighty. He has like selfish barbecues. And some of the boys have got a little bit upset that he invited some people over for a barbecue and their missus, but Stoz ain't happy because him and his missus never got invite. So yeah, that's another little something for you.
All right, Harry. All the best on Saturday. Thanks a lot. Cheers, mate.